BounceNation, you know we always have to have a guest every single, Tuesday and Thursday, and today is no different. We have our very first guest on the show. He is, how do I even introduce him? Let me do this. He's he's a songwriter, he's a performing and recording artist, he's a rapper, he's a pastor, he's a man of God, He's a lot. He has many hearts. And of course, he had to come through on the show today. He's also a TV host, by the way. You might have seen him somewhere. And today he made time to come hang out with us on BounceNation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it for Flo.
Different mixer.
Oh, it's a different mixer.
Yeah.
That's okay, sawa. Itakuwaje pasi?
Poa sana.
Uko fiti?
So far enjoying the show over here. Nimesikia kuna kompe fulani sijui between Dumbala
na Kamua leo. Yeah, you have to tell us.
It's crazy. Actually I started writing my music with Waire.
Oh.
We were in the same class in high school. So that's why we kind of like crafted our penmanship. So nasikia kuchagua hiyo ngoma yake. Juni best lakini pia DNA ni best yangu. So acha nasema Dumbala.
Dumbala. We have it. The A's have it. I told you. Dumbala niliwaambia leo sisi ni wale wase. Tuesday Kingsley ata unafatu. You should shake my hand. Tukubali tu. Like Tuesdays ni zako feeling.
Doesn't happen. It only happens when Kofi Annan is around.
Until
then, yeah,
we fight.
Wewe
na football same WhatsApp group. Unakuja tarakaniti.
You guessed it right.
Anyway, shout out to everybody that is tuned in. Today we have Pastor Fro. I don't know if that's what you go with in terms of music. You can actually just reintroduce yourself.
Okay. Hello viewers. My name is Jefro Katai. I'm a Christ activist. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm just a all-round creative, and just a pleasure being here this afternoon.
We love to see you. Thank you so much for making time to come through today.
No doubt, no doubt.
And of course, your journey in music did not start today. You started a while back. You are rapping, and then you took like a very long hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you are back now. That time before Wanze, and then that long period you took. Yeah. What was happening? Why did you take a very long break from music? Okay, I was involved just in the culture. I've been passionate about hip-hop since I was pretty much a teenager. And just like in different roles, writing music, performing, going for freestyle challenges, etc. And when I finished fourth form, God opened a door for me to leave the country a little bit. Oh. So when also like in that space, I was involved just in organizing house parties, parties. I used to DJ once upon a time. So when I came back to the country, I remember like I was friends with, just the hip hop cats like Akina Ukoflani, Mau Mau. That's like in around 2004. Nice. Yeah. So even I remember like there's an epic album for any hip hop fan actually maybe watching the show Kilio Chahaki, which happened like around 2004. I was part of there. I've battled Katai, the late Katai rather, etc. But in the year 2005, I gave my life to Christ. And for 2 years, I was diligently serving in the church. I wanted to just know who is this Jesus, But 2 years later, I was like, you know what, Fro? The passion of hip hop is still there. And when I was inviting some of my friends to church, they were wako hesitant kiasi, watakamuko anze kupreachiwa. They were not really feeling comfortable in that home. So this idea just came to my mind, is it possible to have an event that caters for hip hop, spoken word, etc. And guys can just come, not really to be preached at, but they can build relationships over there, and also Christ can be glorified. So while I was just like ruminating on that idea, there's a friend of mine in the US who told me like, Jeffro, like this thing you're thinking of, there's actually someone who happens to be in Nairobi right now who was doing something similar here in DC. So you guys can actually get to connect, etc. I connected with another Malawian gentleman called Chico. We started something called Mad Love Lounge. That's in the year 2007. Other guys who joined us, there's an artist called Holy Dev. Maybe you guys are familiar with him. Of course.
And
Mudengi.
Also, Mudengi. And also like DJ Shock, DJ Gigi is also like a host in one of the shows. And Mad Love Lounge, by the grace of God, just grew. So it was a platform whereby just artists came and honed their skills. From Akina Heko Didas to Akina Mr. T, to like when it comes to gospel, hip hop, in Kenya, Kelele Takatifu, most of them passed through the school of Mad Love, one or the other. So I really thank God for that privilege and for that opportunity. Also through Mad Love, we were able to get some artists from the States coming to Kenya. So from guys like Lacrae to Andy Mineo to that Lacrae. We were involved just like in promoting that stuff really, over here in the country.
Absolutely. I absolutely respect him.
Good stuff. Yeah. So I've been involved in that space, been really passionate of communicating the love of God through the arts, through the music. In the year 2013 or so, I felt God calling me to another space. whereby just I went to this particular church which was doing amazing work when it came to reaching out to street children. Just like getting them to church where they could get to shower, they could get to wash their clothes, they could get to be mentored, etc. So I joined that church just because of that passion. And I rose in the ranks of the church, was ordained to be a pastor over there.
Yeah.
Really thank God for that, served with the people, loved the people. But in the year 2018, I felt my love and my passion for music was being called back as an artist. So during the 2020 Corona break, I started penning an album called God, Life and Hip Hop. An album which kind of like took 1.5 years to pen. I released it 2 weeks ago, actually.
Yeah.
And in the album God, Life and Hip Hop, that's what I came to speak about today. There's a joint over there called Letter to Ye. Is a letter actually I wrote to Kanye West with another artist from Malawi.
I've listened to that.
How did you find the joint?
Yeah. I hope he gets to listen to that.
Yeah, I hope you'll get to
Kanye
play it.
One day, like, imfikie tu watu wamtag ifike.
I believe itamfikia, lakini ningependa pia viewers if possible pia leo wanataka sample au chiki like wapatiane nisikie maoni yao. There's also another single I released last week called Song for Mama. I wrote that for my mom, but in extension just for every mother out there.
Yeah, because you knew Mother's Day was coming. Is that, did you drop it intentionally for Mother's Day?
No, actually not really. I think it's just a song, which I was penning from the heart. How can I give my mom flowers so she's still here? And then also the artist called Daniel Chikwaza, another amazing artist from Malawi, came and he gave a really amazing hook. And so we released the song. There's a lyric video right now. If guys go to YouTube, Jefro Katai, you can find the lyric video over there, also plus a short snippet video. But the music video itself is coming soon. Some guys interested from even outside the country just to partner with us to bring that to fruition. So grateful for that.
Oh, we love that. And but you've been in the game for so long.
Yeah.
You've been with the Akina Kantai, you've been with Waire, you've been with all these big names. And why do you think like we're not there yet? What do you think like let's say like people who like take maybe something different, something like that is more commercial, they'll be like way far because you've been there for a very long time, more than 10 years in the game.
Yeah.
And you're still here, you're still pushing. Why mbona unaona bado tujafika ile point mali unafaa kukua?
Ukisema tujafika unasema like Kenyan musicians?
No, like wewe, you specifically, you've been in the game long enough.
Yeah.
You know all these people, you've worked with them, but bado flow bado hajatoka vile inafaa. Bado like you're not there yet.
Okay.
I'm sure you like there's a place you want to get. Bado tujafika hapo.
I know.
Why do you think is hindering that?
I think seasons and times. And my passion mainly has not really been too much to be a commercial artist. I made a deal with God when I was in my 20s whereby like I was like, okay, should I really pursue the money route or should I pursue the impact route? And after battling with him like Jacob for a whole night, I chose to pursue the impact route. And I really feel in my capacity I've been able to impact and leave a mark in the gospel industry over here in Kenya. Just behind the scenes, doing Bible studies. I've done keshas with over like 50 artists on a consistent, from the Julianis to... So like I've got that rapport with them. I might not be the one in front, but I've got their ear,
scenes,
so I can be like, like if I want to reach their masses, I believe it's easier for me to be able to do that.
I know.
And I'm really grateful for that,
And most people don't know that, but pesa by then inakuwa behind the scenes. Unasikia kusema behind the scenes.
That's where the money is. That's where the money
I know. Usione hivi kwa TV producers ndo
wacha kuchoma picha kwa producer.
I know. On that note, just hold that thought.
Yeah.
We're going to take a very short break. We're coming to a 20 story hapo Malitimachia. #BounceNation. Let it yay. For those who don't know yet, that is Kanye West, by the way. He no longer goes by Kanye. He goes by, yeah. All right, now, so you being a pastor, why do you feel the need to address that? Because we know, like Kanye says, like Jesus lives. We had a whole album, Jesus is Lord and everything. But he's still not living the Christian life, though. He's still like, involved with so many other things. Don't you think like that's going to be controversial? Did you ever think about that before releasing the song?
Yeah, I know. But that's why I'm called. I'm not really called to the churched, but I'm called to the unchurched. And in this generation, like when I was growing up, social media wasn't really there. So, you could go to church, there'll be Sunday school, you could go to school, there'll be CRE. At least everyone had that reverence for God or had been introduced to faith, one or the other. But in this generation, because of the access to the internet, like there are all these different philosophies, theologies, all these different mindsets and worldviews that are easily to access just by the tap of a button, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, you'll find like people still have got that gap in them whereby they're seeking God, but all this information that's around them, they don't really know like, okay, if I'm pursuing God, can I still be able to do this? And sometimes you can find like the church will normally just is either black or white. So like my thing is to be able to create the bridge, to be the bridge whereby like not everything in culture is sinful, but also like how can we be able just to communicate like God, every good gift comes from the Father of light. God created this gift, but there's a purpose for it. So my thing, like I've been following Kanye even like in 2019 when he was doing Sunday service. I really felt it was impactful for the culture. You could find guys over there like 2 Chainz, going for the Sunday services. You could find like the Noriegas, etc. And Jesus is for everybody. So like by just planting that seed, and then there'll be someone else who will come and water the seed. There'll be someone else who will come and. So my thing, I might not be the Sunday pastor in church. I've been there before, but right now it's just like how can I engage the culture and be able to show them the light where there's darkness. Speak life to the dry bones of the culture. That's my purpose.
All right. So like you being a pastor, you don't mind like there's a friend of mine, like personal experience.
Yeah.
He was clubbing, woke up in the morning and he's like, yo, bro, like Mimi, like I feel like I have to go to church. Like he just felt like he should go to church, and then he went to church. He really was inspired. Akafika church, and then like he was still high. Yeah. He was huffing. Akaambia, bro, nah. Akafukuzwa church.
Yeah.
And I'm, you don't respect the house of God. How dare you come to church drunk?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm never going back to church.
Yeah.
Like church is very judgmental. Do you feel like
people are hurt?
To church
exactly, and that's what I want to break. Like truthfully, because I really feel like church is not a museum for the saints, but church is a hospital where everybody amefika. Kila mtu akona ugonjwa yake, even the pastor himself. Actually, the doctor is not the pastor; it's Jesus Christ himself. So when everyone comes into the church, you're on a different processes of just getting healing and restoration. Maybe someone hurt by their parents, maybe someone hurt by their teachers, by an elder before, by a minister.
Trauma.
So our thing right now is not just like to put the fence to be higher, but to bring down the fence and tell people come. Like I'm just like a beggar telling another beggar where the food is at.
Right.
And if we can take that approach for the people who have had an encounter with God, I really feel we shall be able to be impactful to this generation. Let them know they've got a place they belong. Not by the do's and don'ts. Once they know they belong, they'll get to know the do's and don'ts as time goes by.
All right. Yeah. And you have a new album. I think we only talked about 2 songs from the album. Tell us about the whole album and the whole inspiration behind it.
So the whole album is, as I said, it's called God, Life and Hip Hop. And pretty much it's just having conversations, engaging the culture. There's a song over there called Dry Bones Live Again with an artist I'm sure many of us might be familiar with called Kevo Youth.
Yeah, I know Kevo. He's been in the game for a minute, right? I
brought him from out of retirement because Kevo Youth, when Red Sun was doing his thing, Kevo Youth was now doing his thing in the gospel, when it comes to dance. So I was like, yo, Kevo Youth, you're an impactful brother. So he came, he's in the project. There's also Groove Award, Hip Hop Artist of the Year, Maluda in the same song, Dry Bones Live Again, produced by Otole. There's a song over there featuring Tanapi himself. From Malawi, a really dope producer. Actually, one day I hope even he comes to visit your show. I believe he's one of the dopest producers in Africa, but really undiscovered. He's also part of the album. I want to big up everyone. Wamba Mimshak, another minister, also a really dope MC. One of the line he has is like, kwa hizi flow, misi kageni kama maina. Yani he's got dope wordplays. So it's a mix of Swahili, English, but at the end of the day, there's something over there for everybody. Whether you are elderly, there's something called Song for Mama. I hope I'll get to maybe perform that before the end of the day. There's something for the young people, trap, drill. But also if you're someone who was raised in the old school by the 90s hip hop, also you'll find some good stuff over there, for sure.
We love that. How many tracks? 12
tracks. I recorded around 19 tracks, but I put 12 mtosheke. At least kionjo, because I consider myself a newbie in the game right now. I haven't been in the game for a while, so I come to with the humility. Nikiomba manzekeni zimamziki. But towards the end of the year, the tracks which are not able to make it, I'm planning to do a Christmas EP. Around maybe the last quarter of the year. So I'll put maybe some of the tracks, record maybe 3 Christmas tracks and just give it to the people.
All right, so mwenye umejita sisi tumesema ni newbie. So what's the plan, bro? Are we going mainstream? We are here to push this. What are you planning? Moving forward, the album has dropped. You're here. We are pushing the album and everything.
I wanna see, because I really believe the urban artists in Nairobi. Sometimes we just try the usual ways, take the music to the radio, take the music to the TV stations. But when you look right now in this, we're in a global village. And if it's urban music, it might not be mainstream over here, but there's someone in Malawi who can be able to listen to the music. There's someone in Zambia, in Cape Town, in Lagos, and even the diaspora, Toronto, NY. So my main thing right now with this particular album is those 12 songs, to see how I can take each and every song like a baby and see how I can push it, to the demographic that's supposed and meant to listen to that music. So like right now, just making phone calls, sending emails to different people, seeing if I can get airplay in the radio stations over there. Because I really believe once that's possible, once I'm able to create the path for Jefro, I can get other artists, other newbie artists also like Noshikili Mkono Nwambie. This is the path. At least you can be able, because music, there's an audience out there, my people. But right now, I think sometimes we limit ourselves. I feel like in this generation of the streaming services, it's really tough. Because 10 years ago, I could create the music, print 3,000 CDs, give myself maybe 3 months, ndapeleka kwa machuo, ndapeleka kwa ma clubs, kwa ma churches, etc. Right now, it has to be available in the streaming services. But now, how do you create awareness? So right now, it's Nini. I thank God even for you guys opening the doors over here. This is part of the awareness. And I'd like to tell everyone actually watching this, how can you help me? Go to YouTube, at least just like subscribe to my channel, Jefro Katai, Jefro Katai. Go over there, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and so I'll be able at least to let you know once new music is popping up. And you can also go to any streaming services, just look for Jefro Katai, God Life and Hip Hop. I'll really appreciate that.
Okay, and we appreciate that. Of course, wish you the best of luck in everything.
Thank you, Philip.
Now, before you perform for us, I have a Bible trivia for you. When you pass, you to Japan na tukache wende hivyo. We're gonna have that Bible trivia. We see Pastor wetu anajua Biblia ama ni, But I'm gonna ask very simple ones. You ready? Okay, let's go. The 8th commandment. What's the 8th commandment?
Hey, man, they're feeling. Thou shall not. I'll be guessing, truthfully. Yeah. I'm confused. Is it kill?
Yeah.
Is it kill? Thou shalt not kill?
You actually, William Zavizuri, thou shall not bear false witness. Thou
false
shalt
witness,
not bear false witness.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay, question number 2. In which city was Jesus born?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yeah.
Bethlehem.
Yeah, Bethlehem. You got that. The people who brought gifts when he was born, like it's just Jesus oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who brought him gifts?
The wise man.
The wise man.
Yeah.
5 fruits of the Holy Spirit. Let's go. Number 1.
Wow. Joy, patience, long suffering, calmness. Feeling the way she's looking at me. I said joy, patience, long suffering.
It's okay. Effort. We move. All right. Now, which angel? The last one. There are 5. So the last one. Which angel told Mary she'll give birth?
Gabriel.
Angel Gabriel. That's
we can go on. Send me.
I know. The Holy Spirit is over here. Thank you so much for making time. Now your socials. Where do people connect with you? Because there's someone right here mwenye anasema izondo hip hop. Anaitwa actually let me just read you this comment. It's all about you. Anaitwa Young Dishes Lanes anasema the rapper is amazing. Izondo rap tunadai Kenya.
Hapo sawa manze. Subscribe manze. Jefro Katai YouTube. Jefro Katai pretty much everywhere. So when you go to Facebook, Jefro Katai, just add me friend. I'll add you back. Okay. When you go to Twitter over there, can be a little bit political, international relations nini. But Jefro Katai. IG also Jefro Katai.
All right. We love it. Thank you so much for stopping by. So we're going to let you perform. Which song are you performing for us? Is it
Song for Mama. Is it possible? Do you have it?
Yeah, we have it.
I love it.
All right. For all the mothers and all the women
out of respect for the women
let's do this.
in our lives. Okay. This is dedicated to all the mothers out there, the ones who are with us, the ones who have left us. Thank you for raising us. We truly, truly appreciate you. Song for Mama featuring Daniel Chikwaza.
Okay.